My name is Tiffany Johnson, and welcome to the Top Tier Childcare Podcast. After being in childcare for many years and having my own successful business, I want to show you what it takes to be top tier. So today we're going to talk about accountability and why is it so important for people to be accountable for their own actions or when things don't go their way. So why do you think accountability is important?
It gives people when you're in that situation where you have to just say yes sir, I was wrong or no, I was wrong. It's a trustworthy thing for me because if you can come out and say I was wrong, then I could trust you because you can spot your own flaws. That's my big thing. Just taking accountability and being able to step up when you're wrong.
And I think that taking accountability really allows you to grow as a person because you can't grow not only in your career. I don't care if you're a teacher, lead teacher. I don't care if you're the cook.
Right.
The owner, director, whatever. Like, if you can't learn how to take accountability for your actions, then I think that you would not ever grow. Like, you would never grow if you can't take accountability. And I think that that's a character thing
Yeah.
because you will end up finding yourself literally in the same, well, I'm saying different situation with a different person talking about the same
The
thing.
same thing.
So if you go from this job to another job and they say, hey, listen, you are late every day, you're going to argue that the train stop on the tracks every day,
Every day.
whether at McDonald's, Wendy's, or at Burlington. Like, you're still going to have the same problem. It's going to be the same issue regardless because you can't say, you know what? I need to realize that I need to get up earlier.
Yep.
And that's you taking accountability for whatever it is. So why do you think people have a hard time taking accountability?
Because they don't want to be wrong. A lot of people don't want to seem like they're failing. They don't want to be wrong. They want to be right all the time. But at the end of the day, if you know that you are doing something, well, in their mind, they may not know. But if somebody approach you and say, hey, you late every day, I need you to switch your routine. They don't want to seem like they're wrong. Some people just don't want to say, I really come to the table and say, hey, yeah, you right. You right. I need to get up earlier. I need to plan my day better. They don't want to do that because they look like a failure.
I remember it just really came back to me. one person that we had and in the school, and we would go to her and say, listen, you need to work on X, this, and Y and Z. And she would say, okay, I know, or I get better, and nothing ever changed.
Nope.
So I think not only saying it with your mouth that you take accountability for something, I think actually putting it into action is showing that you are taking accountability. Because if you just saying, oh, I know, but you still don't change the actions, then to me, you're still not really taking accountability for whatever needs to be done or whatever didn't happen. So what recent experiences that we have had lately for someone who has not taken accountability?
When we had, I'm trying to be a spread of just rumors upon rumors that were bouncing from one school to another school and this school, and when you're caught in the lie and you were like, I didn't say that, but you have 10 other people telling us, 10 other people not gonna tell the same story on you or the same lie on you. Just be like, yep, I was wrong. I was gossiping. I said this and I didn't know the whole story. That's the end of it. Smash it. It's over. But when you keep saying, no, that wasn't me, when 10 other people clearly heard you say this, it's just going to keep the fuel on the fire, just going on and on and on. Just stop. Just stop.
And I think when you don't take accountability too, when other people can see that you don't take accountability, other people start to look at you different too. Because
with the
it's
side
like,
eye.
listen, and I think this is my biggest thing that has happened lately for me is that when people don't take accountability and they try to blame you for where they're not at.
Yep.
Or I'm not this particular teacher because you guys didn't provide X, Y, and Z. or I am not this particular, whatever floater, or I'm not this particular director, or I'm not able to do this because you didn't do this.
Coming up with excuses.
Like, that's an excuse. Like, no, honey bunny, like, you could have done this. Now, I don't mind looking in the mirror to make sure that, I'm giving you all the tools that you need to be successful. But when I know I have given you everything that you need to be successful and you still fail, that ain't me.
Or just plain physically coming in your classroom and revamping, cleaning your classroom, organizing your classroom. And 2 days later, it's back to
I don't
trash.
think it's 2 days later. I think it's like more so
just
the next morning.
That's black and white. You just not doing your job.
You just don't want to. And so tell me, what did I not give you for you not to have a clean class? I came into class, I cleaned it for you, I organized it, I labeled it, I showed you, we talked about it, I asked you to have any questions, I guided you, even when you went left, I make sure you got back straight, and you still
2 days later.
like, that wasn't 2 days later.
Was it?
That was the next day.
It was absolutely the next day. But that's just people when they're stuck in their ways and they believe I'm right and this is the thing, they just gonna keep doing it. Like they not gonna take accountability.
Oh my God.
They not gonna and I think accountability comes with growth, and you have to be open to say, you know what? She might be right. I am not organized. I don't know how to keep a classroom clean or whatever it may be. You have to step back and look at yourself and say,
I'm lazy.
You know what? Yeah, I'm lazy. I just like to stir up trouble all the time.
Something. But I ain't gonna lie. The biggest kicker for me is that the day when I called you, I was 48 hot. You hear me? Lord forgive me, but I said
you
words
was on
that
a million.
I shouldn't have said. You hear me?
Yeah.
But I was so upset because, of course, as you guys know, we have another company, of course, called Tier Childcare Consulting. And one of my clients, well, old clients, decided that she wanted to say some things.
Right.
And it got me hot. And I am the same way no matter what business I'm in, no matter if, I'm dealing with Success by Steps, no matter if I'm dealing with Top Tier. I don't care if I'm dealing with the church. Like,
you are definitely the same person.
Yeah, I don't care if it's a friend. I don't care who, a colleague, whatever. Like, I am the same person. I mean, you get what you get.
Right.
But I also am the type of person where I will never set you up for failure. I'm going to give you everything that I know. I'm going to give it to you. And I'm a giver, for starters. And I will never take, anyone who knows me knows that I will give to you before I take from you. And I'll never take anything from anybody anyway, because I'm a natural giver. And
Absolutely.
I'm always trying to figure out ways.
Give too much sometimes.
Yeah, y'all always tell me that. Like, you give too much. But that's just me. That's in my heart. So we end up having someone that, of course, asked to work with us, with the consultant firm. And of course, we help people open up childcare facilities and navigate through their current childcare facilities or whatever case may be. And I gave this person everything.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I gave it to them basically for free.
Absolutely. You did.
And I did. And it's like, okay, well, let me get you through this. Let me, it doesn't matter about the money, because
right.
Any client that I have, current, past, the last thing that I'm worrying about is the money. Of course, I do have people that I have to pay, to help me do what I do. But most of the time, I'm giving that off of what we already have that's set in the budget. And, I get everything else on the back end if need be. So I'm giving because I want you to grow. And this person, Jesus help me, decided to tell someone else that she failed because of me. And I'm like,
so untrue.
No, that's not how that happened.
Absolutely.
Like,
Did not.
I gave you what you needed.
Plus some.
Did not get paid for it because I wanted you to win. And you decided to go throw my name to the wolves in a negative way because you failed, because you don't listen, and
because you want to do what you want to do.
Yes, you did what you wanted to do, not what Tiffany told you to do, not my expert advice that you supposed to paid me for. And it's like, but you did what you want to do. So now that you're not where you need to be, and now you felt as if you have wasted, time, money, resources, whatever the case may be, and I wasted the same thing.
But I think it was from me hearing the conversation. I think, it's always easy to blame somebody else instead of taking accountability. Like in any situation, it's easy to say, Johnny over there did it. I didn't do it. And she could have easily said, I failed. But it's okay. And people don't realize it's okay to fail. Because how do you grow if you don't fail? Like, how do you know, okay, I did this wrong, I did that wrong. Next time I'm gonna do X, Y, and Z, and maybe I can move faster. But you have to take accountability, and you have to step back once again and look at the mirror and say, hey, I did not do this right. I did not listen to Tiffany. I should have did X, Y, and Z. But instead of doing that,
you be pointing the blame at me. It's like, how you baby? But I'm gonna say this: when in this particular situation, her not taking accountability for the things that she did not do,
right?
Not that I didn't give her the tools and everything else that she needed, because something that she did not do. By her placing the blame on me, you really just put my name in rooms that for people that did not know who I was.
You did.
So now you expose me for free, basically. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
And now more people, and it's crazy because it's decision makers. So even though you put me out there in a negative way, to decision makers, because us as a coach, I'm not gonna lie, we like to take negative information and run with it
all over town,
and it will, and negative lies will spread faster than any truth or any positive thing that you will ever do. So it's like, you know what, God, that situation, the devil meant it for evil. I believe that. But the fact that you still turned it around and allowed people for me to be exposed to those people, because by the time they look at our material and look at, even hearing from our other clients, they will automatically know, okay, that particular person was just upset.
Right.
And don't ever be afraid to fail, because I had to take accountability for all my failures. I have made mistakes this year.
Right.
That I'm like, oh my Lord, we failed.
We did.
And I didn't blame it on no one else. I blamed it on myself. Even when us talking to the directors, I was like, you know what? I can blame you guys for not enrolling like you guys needed to. I can blame you guys for not keeping your standards clean. But I also have to take a step back in myself and say, you know what, Tiffany, what have you done to make sure they stayed on task?
Yeah.
Because you used to go in the centers every week. You used to do walkthroughs every week. You haven't done it all year.
Right.
So, of course, when the cat is away, the mice to play, or people will get complacent and comfortable, I had to take accountability for that. I can't go in and say, you this and you that and da-da-da, and why you didn't do it. It was more so like, no, Tiffany. Yeah, they didn't do it now. Don't get me wrong. They didn't do it. And they knew their job duties. But me as a leader, I have to take a look at myself first. So if you ever want to grow, you got to be able to hold yourself accountable, and knowing that for me to grow, I have to hold myself accountable. I cannot point the finger, and I have to figure out what I need to do better as I grow. Because you always gonna see people that don't take, I ain't gonna lie, not for me, this may not be true for everybody, but people that don't take accountability for their own actions are the same ones that be in the same situation year after year after year after year. They never grow.
Because they're not recognizing what's their holdback, what's holding them back. They're not recognizing, they don't want to recognize it. And it's okay to take accountability. It's okay to say, I failed. Like, it's not going to be the end of the world. We all fail. You won't be the first, and you won't be the last. But you can stay in that place, like you said, again and again. Or you can say, okay, I'm gonna do this different next time.
So what are some things that you feel like is a positive outcome for people that decide to take accountability for their actions?
They grow. You learn from your mistakes and you grow. That's what anything. When you see something that's wrong with you, you can grow from the negative outcome. But you got to be open to receive it. You got to be open to say, yeah, Tiffany, you was right. I should have went over here and painted this wall blue. or however, you just grow from it and you improve and move forward. That's it.
And it's one thing, and I'm stealing my bishop words for a second. He was talking, I don't know, one Sunday, and he was saying how we grow and we learn in dry places. Like the most lessons that we learned are learned and when we're in dry places.
Right.
So I feel like when we are in the dumps or we have failed, I believe that that's our opportunity to learn something. Because you think about when everything is going well and everything is going great and wonderful, you're more comfortable. But if I come to a roadblock and something has happened and I'm able to take ownership and accountability for it, I've learned something in that moment to allow me to keep going. Or most of the time, it's going to be things that can help you in the next season.
Right.
So what I've learned, communication or which is probably another reason why I overly communicate with you guys now is because when I was in the classroom, I realized how I didn't get communication or how I wasn't communicating.
Yeah.
So when I got into management, it was like, oh, I need to make sure that I need to do this, and this, because I know me as a parent and also me as a teacher, I'm not good at this. So instead of me putting the blame on the director, well, I didn't know that because X, Y, and Z, or putting the blame on my parents, for something,
right.
I had to take a look at myself, and I have taken that to say, you know what, I need constructive criticism. I need someone to hold me accountable, and I need to hold myself accountable because Eric always tell me the best check is a self check. Like you gotta check yourself, first before you can go out and figure out or try to put the blame on somebody else. Check yourself first. Hold yourself accountable. Yeah. So as you move and as you grow, when you do that, when I tell you doors are open,
absolutely.
Because I have made so many mistakes along in these last 18, 19 years being in childcare. I have made so many mistakes that I thought that it would be the end of the road for me. But because people that were able to make decisions, they see that I held myself accountable. It was like, oh, she made a mistake. It's good. Let's go.
Let's move forward. And people are willing to work with people who see their mistakes. If you're a person who's open to growth and moving forward, people are gonna be at the door. What you need? How can I help you? Let me find this resource for you, because they know, oh, she made a mistake. She knows she made a mistake, and she's willing to correct that mistake. So now I'm gonna go to the extra mile to make sure she has the resources to not do this mistake again. But if you sitting in complacentness and you sitting there and you be like, I'm whatever, nobody gonna help you. Nobody's gonna want to be in your corner at all.
And then I can't trust you. Because if you can't hold your own stuff accountable, I'm trying to figure out what else would you be throwing up under the rug or hiding because you don't want to be the fall guy for whatever is going on. So I don't know. Like I said, just holding yourself accountable is important because I want to grow. So I have to figure out what I need to do differently with myself before I can, blame somebody else. But it's important no matter, like I said, no matter where you are in your career, in your life. And accountability is not just a career thing. It's a life thing, when you want to grow. But if you want a second place and you want to be in the same situation,
and that's you.
Stay in your bubble, baby. It's on you. All right. Until next time. Thank you for joining us for this episode of the Top Tier Childcare Podcast. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. And if you have any questions, you may email us at info@btoptier.org.